folks, and welcome back to my channel. Here I come with something else simple that I really like. Now, I wasn't even going to show this part this time because I've done this 3 or 4 times already. But in case somebody just stumbled across the channel and hasn't seen it before, what I have in here is some carrot, some onion, and some celery. And I like that real green interior part of the celery. And I always add a little bit. Now you can use fresh garlic if you want to. I use this garlic and oil. You know, throw a good teaspoon or better of that in there. And then we're going to, hopefully I mentioned I have about a 1/3 cup of water, but we're going to bring this up to a boil, soften these vegetables up a little bit, and then we'll move on from there. Okay, so I'm going to fix this in my crock pot. Now I've put my canned new potatoes in there. These are just regular old Walmart brand whole new potatoes. I put them in there first this time, and I didn't put the liquid, and I'll tell you why in just a minute. But anyway, now I want to take, now this is a time that I'm going to tell you about a brand that I like. I believe Lux makes the best canned beans, bar none, of any I've ever had out there. Now I know there are a couple of brands out there where they season them real heavily and put smoke flavor and all that in them. Well, I don't like that. But these are more like home cooked lima beans, giant limas they're called, Butterbeans we call them here in Alabama. So I'm going to put that whole can in there, liquid and all. I believe that's more like home cooked from scratch butter beans than you'll find anywhere. Okay, now I'm going to add, I still have them going over here, the vegetables that I sauteed. This is the carrot. I'll show you another little tip if you want one. The best thing you can use is a paint spatula. And this was a little plastic one, probably cost $1 at Lowe's or Home Depot. If you want to get the last of your jelly, last of your peanut butter, last of your cream of mushroom soup, whatever you're fixing out of a can or a jar, the best thing I found is just this little plastic dollar paint spatula. So I'm going to take my vegetables that I've sauteed, I'm going to put them in here. Now you could just cook this all right now if you wanted to in this saute pan and have it right away. But there are 2 reasons that I'm not. I'm even going to stir this with this. Okay, now this is the reason that I've reserved the water out of this potato can, because this is wet enough. If it had needed a little more water, then I would have put some of this in there. But we don't need it, so I'm going to discard it. Now, as always, I'm going to give it some of my ground pepper. Now, bear with me, folks. I know a lot of people, I love butter beans, and I've said that in conversations with different friends along the way, and they would curl their nose up because this isn't one of the most popular items on anybody's menu anywhere. But I love them. My mother used to always fix them when I was a kid, so I guess I was just taught to eat them. But anyway, the reason that I'm putting this in the crock pot instead of just going ahead and I could have mixed all this in that saucepan and boiled this and had it right now. But I'm not ready to eat right now. I'm going to have this later. And secondly, cooking this in a crock pot, I think it's going to make it better because it's going to let all those flavors meld together. So we'll be back in a while. To you, it'll be just an instant. Okay, now look at this good hearty meal. I've added some turnip greens to this, and I've added some little cornbread. I would call them cupettes. I like more crust than I do interior on cornbread. And so when I make these, in a cupcake thing, then I only pour about a third or a half of the cupcake, the cornbread mix into there, so they come out thinner, and that's the way I like them. And that is really great with that, and that's great with that, and that's great with that. I mean, you can't beat all this. There's only one thing left to do. I have some jalapenos, sliced jalapenos from a can that I use for different things. I'm going to put a couple of those there. I'm going to give those turnips a little bit of that juice. And now I don't know what all the rest of you are going to do, but I'm going to go eat this beautiful meal and really enjoy it. Thanks for stopping by as always. I hope you enjoyed this video. I almost forgot to tell you, I added all this up and I don't have it about $4.50 here, and I have that much left over so I can have this again. $4.50, serve 2 people. Thank you for watching. I love it when you stop by. So at that, I'll say bye-bye.